Excuse me, this was a secret ballot.
No one looked while we did it, but now I want to know.
A secret ballot? On this we agreed on, no? If the person wants it to remain a secret...
What do you mean? There are no secrets in here. I know who it was. What's the matter with you? You come in here, you vote guilty, and then this slick preacher starts to tear your heart out about a poor little kid who just can't help becoming murdered. You go and change your vote. If that isn't the most sickening thing...
Now hold it.
I agree with you that the boy's guilty, but let's be fair.
Hold it? Be fair? That's just what I'm saying. We're trying to put a guilty man into a chair who belongs in our attention of fairy tale.
Now wait just a minute.
Now you listen to me.
All right. Let's calm down.
Please, I have something I would like to say. I've always believed that a man has a right to have an unpopular opinion. That is why I came here in the first place. I wanted to have the right to disagree.
Do you disagree with us?
Usually, I would. In this one case, I agree with you. But the point I wish to make is that in my country, I'm ashamed to say that...
Oh, now, what do we have to do? Listen to the whole history of your country?
You know, it's always wise to bear in mind what has happened in other countries, where they're not allowed to disagree. But we are, so let's stick to the subject.
Yeah, let's stick to the subject. So what made you change your vote?
Why do you think I did change my vote?
Because I do. Now get on with it.
There's nothing for her to tell you. She didn't change her vote. I did. I was going to tell you, but you seem so sure of yourself.
Maybe you'd like to know why.
Sorry. Okay, now.
Okay, thank you. This man chose not to stand alone against us. That's his right. It takes a great deal of courage to stand alone, even if you believe in something so strongly. He left the verdict up to us. He gambled for our support, and I gave it to him. I want to hear more. The vote is 10 to 2.
That's fine. The speech is over. Let's go on.
Look.
If there was anything in the boy's favor, I'd vote not guilty.
I don't see what it is.
Neither do I. They're clutching at straws.
As guilty as I get. That's the head I suppose.
It's not one juror. He's holding out. But he'll come around. He's got to. And fundamentally, he's a very reasonable man.
Guess so.
They haven't came up with one real fact to back up a not guilty verdict.
It's hard, you know.
Yeah, it is. But what does guilty beyond a reasonable doubt really mean?
What's a reasonable doubt?
Exactly. When a life's at stake, we've got to have law and order. We've got to draw the line somewhere. If we don't, people will just start knifing everyone.
You know, they're here.
Two men believe so. I wonder why.
Well, you do hear stories about people going to jail or death. And then years later, things turn out.
Yes, but on the other hand, there's some cases where murders are illegal. They squeeze down on such technicality and they kill again.
Look, buddy. Now that we've kind of cooled off, I didn't even get nasty. Nothing personal.
Think nothing of it.
Look, supposing you answer me this. If the kid didn't do it, then who did?
As far as I know, we're supposed to decide whether or not this kid on trial is guilty. We're not concerned with anyone else's motives here.
But who else would have had a motive?
The kid's father was in long years, maybe an old grudge.
Remember, it is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. That is an important thing to remember.
Everyone's a lawyer. Supposing you explain what's your reasonable doubts are.
So far, it's just a feeling, only a feeling. Perhaps you wouldn't understand.
No, I don't.
A feeling? What are we going to do? Spend the night talking about your feelings? What about the facts?
I don't see that we do this. I mean, they're just facts.
So where's the reasonable doubt in the facts?
That's right. And we can't forget the woman across the street. I mean, she looked out into her window and saw the boy stab his father. She saw it.
Now, if that's not enough for you.
It isn't enough for me.
What is enough for you? I'd like to know.
How do you like this guy? It's like talking to a wall.
The woman saw the killing through the passing out train. The train has 5 cars. She's on to the last 2 cars. She remembers the most insignificant details.
Doesn't seem to fit.
Well, supposing you think about it. Lend me your pencil. Let's play tic-tac-toe. Might as well pass the time.
This isn't a game! Now wait a minute. This is a man's life at stake.
Who do you think you are?
Hey, now let's take it easy.
I've got a good mind to knock him out.
Please, I don't want any fights in here.
Did you see him? The nerve. The absolute nerve.
Alright, forget it. It doesn't mean anything.
Okay, everyone, how about sitting down?
This isn't a game. Who does he think he is?
Weren't we talking about elevated trains or something?
Yes, we were.
So?
Alright, let me ask you this. How long does it take for a train to pass any given point?
What does that have to do with anything?
Come on, just guess.
I wouldn't have the slightest idea.
Neither would I.
I don't think they mentioned it.
What do you think?
About 10, 12 seconds, maybe?
I say that sounds about right. Anyone else?
About 10 seconds, perhaps.
About 10 seconds.
Okay, we're agreed. 10 seconds. What are you getting at?
This. An L train takes 10 seconds to pass any given point. And in this case, the given point is the window of the room in which the killing took place. You can almost reach out your window and touch the L, right?
That's right, I tried it.
So,
Let me ask you all this. Has anyone here ever lived next to an L track?
I moved close to them.
They make a lot of noise, don't they? When your window's open and the L's going by, it makes so much noise, it's almost unbearable. You can't even hear yourself think.
Okay, you can't hear yourself think. Get to the point.
Look, according to the woman across the street, the old man would have had heard the boy say, "I'm going to kill you," right when the L was going past his nose. Does anyone here really think that's possible?
What are you giving to?
Look, like I just said, L train takes 10 seconds to pass any given point, or 2 seconds per car. The woman across the street said she saw the boy stab his father through the last 2 cars. So that means the L train was already going by the old man's the old man's window for at least 6 seconds. The L train makes a lot of noise. I seriously doubt that he could have heard him.
What do you mean? Sure you could have heard it.
With an L train going by,
He said the boy yelled it out.
an L train makes a lot of noise.
That's enough for me.
it's enough for me too.
I don't think he could have heard it.
Maybe the old man didn't hear it. I mean, with the L noise.
What are you people talking about? Are you calling the old man a liar?
No, I'm just saying. Look, I'm just saying the old man might have went to his door and thought he saw the boy. Also, because the L train makes a lot of noise, he couldn't possibly have heard the boy say, "I'm going to kill you."
You're crazy. Why would he lie about anything like that?
To get attention, maybe?
Keep coming with these bright scenes. You send one into a newspaper. They pay $10.
What does that have to do with the man's life? He has a right to be heard. Why might the old man have lied?
It's just, I looked at the old man for a very long time. The seams of his jacket was split under his arm. Did you notice that? This is an old man with a torn jacket and uses a walker. I think I know him better than anyone here. This is a quiet, insignificant man who has been nothing all his life, who has never had recognition, his name in the papers. Nobody knows him after 75 years. A man like this needs to be recognized, needs to be listened to, and questioned and quoted just once. The
important.
No, he wouldn't really lie, but perhaps he made himself believe he heard those words and recognized the boy's face.
Why would he make up a thing like that? What's he got to gain?
I don't think he's making it up. He made himself believe he heard the truth.
Look, the man was old. He was confused half the time. How can he possibly